This is Brian Spider-Man Malloy, and you're listening to Massive 11, Mecca of football lovers.
We do have him on the line right now. I just want to read exactly what Hlompho is about. Just by the way, if you don't know who Hlompho Kekana is, where have you been living and which rock have you been staying under? Hlompho Kekana is a South African defensive and central midfielder who currently plays for Mamelodi Sundowns. He is known for one of the most astonishing results in South African soccer when his team thrashed Power Lions FC 24-0. Yeah. Hlompho scored 7 goals in that match. You may also know him as a player who scored from 65 yards out against Cameroon back in 2016 while representing the national team. But that is not all. There's so much about this man. I mean, Hlompho Kekana has quite a career, to be honest with you. Did you know that that 65-yard Hlompho Kekana goal during the Cameroon match got him nominated for the FIFA Puskas award? That award has seen football's greats such as Neymar have been part of it, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah, and others, meaning that Kekana's name will last forever in the global football scene. Thank you for joining us, Hlompho, and welcome to Massive 11.
Hello guys, thanks for having me.
Shopukate shapuze Hlompho kichabu mo.
Shavulan, right.
And okay, boy.
I'm glad to come on show.
Bonga mfethu siyabonga mkapteni, and thank you so much again ukuthi usinikeze isikhathi sakho. Siyazi ukuthi teamini manje it's that time of the season, so busy, but yeah, we really appreciate your humbleness ukuthi usinikeze isikhathi sakho bhuti wami.
All the time, my brother. Welcome.
Now, we know him as Hlompho, but his other name is Alpheus, by the way.
Hey, my baby, come on. I'm going to ask the Hlompho Kekana ubani? Alpheus Hlompho Kekana.
Yes.
Atanga so yakhula manje. So I mean, so we seen a player, so we seen a citizen ebholweni. So sengizokubiza ngo Alpheus leli la kaMampela ngokulanda ngevin number manje.
No, ngiyadizeva manje sengikhulile buthi.
Yeah, uyadizeva manje ukuthi singathi Alpheus. Yeah,
man.
Alpheus Hlompho Kekana. Now, you have come a very long way. I mean, you know, we know that in your youth days you were affiliated to Zebediela Junior Swallows and Siamo Soccer Academy until 2004, and now you are a successful player with an impressive stats. You have also a very nice lifestyle. Let's just start from the beginning, Hlompho. Where did this journey or this love of football begin?
Well, it started back in the village when I was still a kid. You know, everyone in the village, you know, any kid in the village would love to play football. And football in South Africa is huge, as just all know. So, yeah, I got influence from so many players that played the game then. And it really, you know, helped me to really pursue the football journey, because, you know, the love of the game will push you to the level that you have never been. So when I started, it was just a love of football. I didn't know that I would have this huge impact that I had in football. So yeah, it's something that I should be very, very, very proud of myself for really, you know, doing that, something that every kid would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hlompho, I mean, you are a prominent figure in South African football. There's no doubt about that. Your name will always be amongst, you know, the greats in the history of South African football, in my view, footy. And I think all the fans will also, you know, agree with me. So, I mean, kuyo yonke career yakho enhle kanjena, successful. How did you manage to stay so humble and so focused, you know, in your career? Because, you know, being a personnel that you are in South Africa, in all our communities, in football lovers, you are big, my brother. There's no doubt about it. And there's a lot of things as desire, you know, especially when you are at your peak of your career. I mean, I've experienced that now as a player when I was playing. But when it seems good when ngathi mfana when mfana ngathi orin bebakushaya ekhaya mfana bathi mawuceda ukudlala utla konhlungu straight. What happened? How did you manage? How did you manage to be scandalous free? You know, the only name Lahau Malkhulunya Maktiwa Hlompho Kekana. We think about great things that we have done in South African football.
Well, I would say luckily I've have a family that really believes so much in morals, believes so much in how the love amongst each other, and I believe that wrapped so much into us growing up, because as I remember very well, my late grandfather used to emphasize more about selflessness, about life. When you living life, you need to know that you're not better than anybody, but you are an important person. So you mustn't think more about yourself, and then you look at people, in next to you down. So he never really liked arrogance in short term. So we just wanted to live the life that you will always be humble and you'll be happy, because you don't think less of yourself, and as a result you don't think superior of yourself. So it's life that really we grew up under, and something that we all know now. And myself, I always knew that there's nobody better than God, and I cannot try to be bigger than anybody. So I have to just always humble myself, because after all, we're human beings, and human beings have got flaws, different flaws. We're fighting different flaws, but at the same time, as a result, we'll always be human beings. So that's what I'm striving for at this present moment, that in as much as we all know we will never be perfect, but I always strive to remain a human being.
I appreciate that, man. There's absolutely nothing more attractive than a person that is great and they know of their greatness but are still very humble. You know what I mean? And maybe that's the reason why you find yourself with such a fruitful career within the top flight. And speaking of the top flight, I mean, you have been part of Mamelodi Sundowns for a very long time. You are also the captain. And, I'm going to ask you this question because I believe you have, a clear perspective. Which team do you think right now is the underdog when it comes to the DStv Premiership this season?
Well, I look at Golden Arrows, I look at AmaZulu. Those are the teams that excite me to watch the way they play. You can see the boys are well coached, man, and look at the surrounding or the team, the personnel in the team. Yeah, there is not really a superstar in those teams, and there's the boys that are really trying so hard to make an impact in the league, and looking at them and watching at them playing, it's so exciting to see that they are playing fearlessly and the coaches there, you can see they believe in so much in their ability, and as a result, that's why they're expressing themselves so well. And I would say the two teams, Eros and AmaZulu, they're playing very good football, and we can call them underdogs, but I just rate them high this season. They so much.
And so ngiyazi ngokuthi indaba ukuthi uhambule wena if bomunye bengizothi Hlompana never bekumele usho ukuthi so batrapa thina labantu ukusala semashana abantu because wena
sibatrapile mjafulana sidlale nabo izolo wakukhumbula sidlale nabo draw 0-0 kube angikhuluma fact lana I was gonna say no there's over shy, but man just draw now, and what was good, so how many chances created on the match.
So kahle uzama ukuthi wena Hlompho sorry ukukhatha ukuthi le draw le nani nawe personally iyenze ukuthi kube na that element of respect for AmaZulu.
We have always been respecting AmaZulu because njengoba initially before there's an element of improvement amongst players, amongst technical team later man. If you check the number of games played up to so far, they played so impressively, and if you can check the amount of chances they create, those guys so crazy. I've never seen a team that is playing so effortlessly and so fearlessly. The last time I see a team that plays against Mamelodi Sundowns and they open the pitch, it's only Orlando Pirates in South Africa where they play fine.
And then
so when you so go ahead.
No, go ahead, Hlompho, sorry.
so that's the team. So when I saw Amazulu playing against Sundowns and they opened the pitch that well, I was like, wow, these guys. And I saw because we struggled to score, to break them down. We struggled so much, and I could tell they are well coached, and you have the coaches, and if you check, those coaches are South African coaches, and that should make us proud as South African football lovers.
Yes, very true.
That we have coaches that are capable of being in the league and make so much contribution.
And just a follow-up question. Ngifuna just to yes or no. Before ngizobuza the real question ekumele ngikubuze yona.
Yeah.
So are you in your view, are you confirming ukuthi title contenders is between Sundowns, Amazulu and Golden Arrows? And then I just want uti yes, yebo, or uti no. That's all. And then the question is, tell us about the feeling after being informed ukuthi you were nominated for a Puskas award.
Well, the answer is yes, ne?
All right, I got that.
So the question here, Puskas award, it's always crazy because when I look at the whole situation, growing up in the village, you always play for love of the game, and the little you would be known around the world. And the crazy part is when yeah. So yeah. Then the crazy part is when FIFA themselves call you and inform you that you are being nominated, and this is a very special moment for me because I never knew FIFA will even pronounce my name, Hlompho Kekana,
Aye, we must do that.
You know what we need? Actually, yes, this is what we need.
Yeah, so when I got the call, it was so crazy, and I was like, wow, guys, can you believe it? I remember I was with my younger brother and a friend of my younger brother, and when I was breaking news to them, and because my younger brother is against the goals that I score, because I don't know, for some reason he calls them disrespect when I call them art. So we have agreement.
That's cute.
Every time, now and again, because of the goals that I score. So yeah, when I tell them about the nomination, they were so happy for me. More than anything, they were shocked because they've never imagined somebody they know in personal life would be nominated by FIFA, or okay, if it was PSL, it was going to be that excitement. Be like, wow, shame, wow, you've made it. But FIFA is something that's
huge.
That's massive.
The governing body of football. So, yeah, it was something that I will always cherish for the rest of my life.
Beautiful, man. And
Beautiful.
I mean, you would attest to my statement that, your development board, Siamo Soccer Academy, did also, assist you in achieving greatness. Now, tell me, Hlompho, what do you think, what is your take on the state of SA development football right now? Do you think we are on par? Do you think we need to improve?
Well, I would say there's always room for improvement in everything in life, and with regarding the development in South Africa, I think we should put more focus on our development, because we don't have continuity in terms of development players. I remember very well when I was a 19-year-old, I represented South Africa in the under-20. And from then, I made one under-23 appearance, which I believe there's so much gap in between representing your team, your country, and so the level was, I believe the gap was too much, because I didn't graduate from under-20. I should go straight to the under-23 and then the senior level. If I made under-23 one under-23 cap, and then 6 years later, I made my first national team, senior national team, then that means there's a problem, because if you check around the world. A player graduates in every age group that he participates in, and that's why there's so much continuity and so much consistency. Their performances, every department, every level. Because these guys, for instance, let me give you a typical example about the Belgium team. The Belgium team, the whole squad played together since under 17.
Yeah,
so
yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why, as a result, now they are number one in the rankings of in FIFA. So because they've been playing together, so there's no way I can do it with you, Tepi and Sabu, for the longest time. Even if they are staying with you guys in same house for the longest time, I wouldn't know that you like omelette, you like whatever. So there will be this combination of understanding, and as a result, there will be product, there will be final product that will be you'll
on
be
the world stage.
Yeah. So when I look at the South African development, I think we have potential being the greatest country in Africa. We just need to make sure that we focus more in development, because there's talent. We can't question that. We have talent. We have when I used to mock Bonginduli, there's a boy Bonginduli at Mazulu. He joined us Sundowns, I think 2012, 2013 season. Mm-hmm. What a talent. You can see the boy was never coached before, and he came and he gave you something that you have never seen, but it's something that is a talent, a natural talent, very raw.
Yes.
Yeah. And crazy, because as that talent like that, if imagine if it has been coached from a very, very maybe the under 12, that would be something else, because the way he scores goals is very physical and he knows how to score goals. So nobody taught him that, I'm sure. He just taught himself. But imagine if you have to teach a young boy like the way Bongi has structured, and teach him all the elements of football as he grows. I'm telling you, we're all going to have so many players that are competing around the world. And even the Champions League in the UK, I believe we will be having representatives there. We just need to improve in that department as a country. We much better than that.
I completely agree with you, man. In fact, we spoke with Coach David Notwane on Monday, and he was also saying that there is a gap, from the development aspect to the national team. But let's just take a quick ad break. 30 minutes past the hour, 5 o'clock, right here on Massive 11. In case you have just joined us, we are speaking to the skipper. He goes by the name of Hlompho Kekana. Stay with us.
My name is Tulani Tuswa, Mamelodi Sundowns spokesperson. You are listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
You're listening to Massive 11 with Khululeko Nkeu, Christoph Bongo, and Jabu Mahlangu, weekday from 6 to 7 p.m.
My name is Payanza Lesufi. You are listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football. Where you are, remain here forever.
Where you are, remain here forever. Big shout out to Mr. Lesufi himself. And man, we are still talking to Hlompho Kekana, captain of Mamelodi Sundowns, an accomplished Puskas Award nominee as well. I mean, he's one of our best exports, really, when you talk about South African football. He has been consistent also in his career. Jabu, you have some questions coming from Instagram?
Yeah, Hlompho, I'm live on my Instagram account, so I've got there's two questions and one comment. Yeah. So firstly, Evans Fresh 5 Uti, is it tough being a Mamelodi Sundowns captain? Mm-hmm. And how did you manage to cope with the requirements for such a big brand? And then Oscar Class say, why ask Hlompho, why is he not playing now again? And then the last one, Hlompho, Trevolisto. Hey, labazibiza ngamagama la ku social media. Trevolisto. Yeah. Okay. Lastly, Trevolisto uti ask Hlompho why is he not playing? Or it's almost the same. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have to learn. Oh, okay. This is what he's saying. Uti ask him why he's not playing. Him, Langerman, George Afonso, and all the players that were playing last season, which means I think he wants to say amachita lawo bewadlala ngopitso kakhulu yini ngathi abasadlali. So what's going on there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me answer the first question. Yeah, captaincy. I think it is a very, very huge responsibility to really lead a team like Mamelodi Sundowns. Mshafalana, in the change room, there's so many characters that are in the change room, and you need to put yourself in their shoes first before you become their leader.
Yeah.
That would be easier. So for me, I managed to put myself in their shoes before I become their leader. So it was easier for them, really talk to me about anything. And because I'm in their shoes, then I can relate with everything they're going through. So it was easier for me to really deal with that part of leadership, and I've managed to deal with the title very well, because I didn't see myself as the captain of Sundowns or as the leader of Sundowns. I just saw myself as part of the team that is going to make sure that the team win matches. So yeah, I just did my best by leading the team like the Mamelodi Sundowns. To answer the question, the second question, the reason why Hlompho Kekana is not featured this year, I would say maybe because the team is doing so well and with matches, and as a result, you can't change the winning team. So I would love to believe that the reason why we're not as featured as we used to be in the previous years is because the team is doing well, and obviously there's new leaders that are in charge now. So maybe they're looking for something different than before. So yeah, it has been working for the team.
Nice.
And we are number one on the locals at the moment, and we just have to finish the matches that are remaining. That I think that's the reason we're not being featured this year. So
Hlompho for president.
Sorry?
Hlompho for president.
Sportsmanship. Sportsmanship. Right.
Yeah, since I became the captain of the team, I've learned so much in life, and I've learned that so much has brought my shoulders. There's so much responsibility that I'm carrying, and I was not aware when I said Bishop Lad. I was not aware, but as you grow and as you meet people, you realize that there's so much that you are doing and you're not aware of, that you really have an impact in people's lives. So it's so crazy because I've never seen myself as that person, but slowly I'm trying to adjust myself to realize that I cannot just be good lovers.
El Capitani.
I love that. He sounds so sincere, and we can even see from a distance that Hlompho is very humble.
Yeah,
he sounds very sincere.
No, he is.
And speaking of which, Hlompho, we have a couple of minutes remaining. A good 5 minutes. My last question, and then Jabu will ask his last question. It's not a question really, it's a statement rather. What message do you have for fans and young boys? Botswango Zabediela, Olingo, Masiano Gang, who is also looking to get into football. What message do you have for the young ones?
The Toro, they are dreams do come true. Fela, Rewi, Winali, my King Zulu, but
determination.
Determination, if you are focused and if you want it is bad as you want to live in the world, I think you have a chance, because opportunities in South Africa or in the world are there. Today's life has got so much opportunity. So you just have to make sure that you dedicate everything to whatever you want to pursue or want to achieve, and the sky is the limit.
Yeah, my last question, El Capitani. So, Hlompho still sazombona next season on the pitch, and if if maybe Hlompho decide are you gonna also consider to go for coaching? You know, I mean, you've shown a lot of leadership qualities, you know, in your whole playing career. So usazoqhubeka udlale, and if usazoqhubeka, maybe how many more seasons you can still give us, because a lot of young and coming youngsters, they need to go to bangena transition ibe proper, you know, so that bangenele ebantwini abanjengawe. So like, how many years do you still see yourself, you know, doing what you love, which is playing football, and what are your plans if unawo already retire? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So far, I still feel fresh. I feel ready to continue.
We see you. You are fresh.
So I don't think at this present moment I have stress or anxiety to think about what's going to happen in the next 4-3 years, because I still have a contract that I need to honor with Mamelodi Sundowns. So I would love to focus on the playing side first. As soon as my contract is up to an end, that's when I will then decide on what to do. But I believe as men, we can multitask, you know, Mshabalala.
Yeah. Showcase.
So let me focus on playing now, for now, and I'll see what's going to happen at the end of my contract.
Beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Hlompho,
awesome.
It has been so great speaking with you, man. I mean, we kept you on the phone for 30 minutes. You?
Siyabonga bhuti wami, and uNkulunkulu akunikeza amandla and keep you healthy and uqhubeke. If you still wanna go for 10 years udlala idiski, if you believe in it, and if you have faith, and you've got the support yabantu abanjengathi, based on what we have done for this country in football fraternity, go for it, my brother. We wish you all the best, and God bless you and your family.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Finally, can I just do this for you?
Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Have a good one.
Danko.
On the line, we were speaking to the skipper, Hlompho Kekana, captain of Mamelodi Sundowns, all things football, about his career, his early stages in football, and how well he has accomplished, or has done rather, in the SA football fraternity. He has played for the national team, has scored many goals. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that Hlompho is not done.
What's the king, ne? You know, mawuceda ukukhuluma no muntu onjengo Hlompho, you know, who is a prominent, you know, figure in our communities, not only in football fraternity, but also in social life, you know.
I agree.
Because he's going to inspire a lot of young players. We are deep kuma rural areas, you know, in different provinces. It doesn't matter good kumele kube Etoyan or Limpopo, Nabuya Kona, or all over, you know, all over the country. A lot of young players, they will be inspired to how even Nazi is possible. Yes, it's tough. We don't have equipment of this. We don't have facilities. But if you put your heart in it and you sacrifice, when I say in everything you do, you're gonna succeed. And you ask yourself, current players, you know, you see, okay, he's still playing, but I'm saying I'm a player mangani, like young players who are coming into big teams, not even into big teams, into the Premier Soccer League, and you find that they do well, you know, in the first season, and then I fail to understand after the season
what happens.
They say, you know, we don't see these players anymore. We see them playing, but we don't see the tape that we saw, you know, the impact and barricading them, the room for improvement, and you know, and that promising a career, you know what I mean?
Hunger they had.
We don't see because Magato to win a man of the Mesha 4-3 Abegu maybe player of the month A1. Then most of them Baba pick-headed, and these are the people, these are the personnel is Hlompho Kekana that needs Oguti no maba retire, they need to be part of the game. Because for him to achieve what he has achieved and stay grounded and humble and still be approachable and also understand other cultures and accommodate everyone, guys, we need a machita so that they can help labafana laba abangani abazai, because shame they get pick-headed like
And it's a reality, Jabu. Imagine you are 20 years old and then suddenly you are a superstar, you're getting paid all of this money. So yes, I do agree with you. We do need people like Hlompho to then, assist them in really navigating this whole life thing. Let's take a quick ad break. Thereafter, we are talking all things DStv Premiership. Welcome to it. In case you have just joined us, this is Massive 11, the Maker of Football Lovers.
My name is Payanza Lissufi. You are listening to Massive 11, the Make Out Football. Where you are, remain here forever.